Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku charts.com daily analysis for the Aussie dollar US dollar FX for Wednesday, May 8th, 2013. Well, quite a bit happening in this market as this current candle is developing, and that's this very large white body candle. But the candle that we're analysing that's completed trading is this spinning top indecisive type candle. This white body candle, we can't finalise analysing that because the market hasn't finished trading, and that will be tomorrow. But just looking at this previous candle, it's a spinning top type candle, and obviously at the end of a very strong downtrend, it's not the type of candle that you like to see. It denotes indecision in this market. This market also tested roughly down to around this 101.44 level, and was actually just below the 101.60 level, and was very strongly rejected from that level as we saw for the previous day's trading. And we did suggest that even though the sellers had control of the market, there was some concern over the rejection from that level, and the 101.44 level and around there, extending up to about this 101.60 level, was going to be fairly strong resistance for this market. Now, in terms of the Japanese candlesticks, this is or was a potential candlestick reversal pattern. It was a tweezer's bottom, and that's where we had the downtrend in place. We had the two lows of these candles, either consecutive or there can be a few candles in between, but the lows are roughly around the same area, and it denotes a very strong potential change of trend, and that's what we've had confirmation of today, change of trend with this very large white body candle, and a candle that's made a higher high and a higher low. Now, the barrier to this market was always going to be this support around the 102.18 level in the recent past, and back around here in March as well. And the market's taken that out in a very, very bullish way today. And this does suggest that obviously this market has the ability to sustain this trend to the upside. The only problem here for the market is the Tenkan Sen. And the Tenkan Sen may offer itself as resistance, and we do need to watch that level. It's at 102.69 at the moment, and there is a possibility that the market could test up to that level, and we could see some selling coming in. Above there we have resistance around the 103 level, and then above there up to the bottom of the cloud roughly around the 103.50 level, and the Kijun Sen coincides with the top of the cloud. Now, in terms of the Fibonacci extension, and here today for the second day in a row, we saw the market interacting with the 100% level. I suggested that there was a good possibility of a change of trend. The sellers still had control of the market for the previous day's trading. It was a moderate amount of control. But for today's trading, we saw this indecisiveness, and that did set the market up for the change of trend that we have had confirmation of with today's trading. And also with the Fibonacci retracement, we were in an expansive mode of that. For the second day in a row, we saw the market interacting with the 161.8%, and I mentioned previously that this was a very, very solid area of support. We saw this indecisive candle. We would have been on the lookout for a potential higher high and higher low, and we've had confirmation of that change of trend today. In terms of Ichimoku, obviously a bearish market in the long-term time frame, with the market trading down below the cloud, but the market remains bearish in the medium and fast-term time frame by trading down below the Kijun Sen and the Tenkan Sen, and the checkout span here is below the corresponding price action, so it's confirming the bearishness that we're seeing in all three time frames. But if we look at the Kijun Sen, it turned flat for the close of today's trading, and it did suggest there was potential of retracement back towards there, and this is a great example of how reliable the Ichimoku indicators can be. When that Kijun Sen turns flat, it tends to attract price action. It's like a magnet, and that's what we're seeing at the moment. As I've mentioned, now that we've taken out the 102.18 area, which had potential to be very strong resistance, the next area of resistance is at the Tenkan Sen at the 102.69 area, and we do need to watch the market if it does interact with that level. And below there, obviously, if we do see the sellers come back into this market, then this area around the 101.44 region, and just below where the market traded for the close of today's trading and the previous day's trading, from this 101.60 level down to 101.40 is very, very strong support, but likely that the market will test up to the Tenkan Sen, and we might see some selling coming in, or even potentially test up to 103.